And hello, it's Deborah E. Johnson. If you've never been to my channel, then welcome. And if you're coming back over and over again, then welcome back. I am talking about the book of Hosea today and how we can see God's goodness in it. And so Hosea is one of the minor prophets. His book starts off the section of the 12 minor prophets of the Old Testament. And he is a contemporary of Isaiah. And he also is talking to the northern kingdom, the 10 tribes in the northern kingdom. And what's really interesting about his life is, guess what? He has to actually deal with a prostitute. So his wife, Gomer, Gomer, is a prostitute, and he has to have her as his wife, and their relationship is analogous to the of God with Israel. Just like she's unfaithful to Hosea, guess what? Israel is also unfaithful to God. Is warning them how God is saying, please, come back to me. And just like she walked away from Hosea, he had to actually buy her back at one point. She actually leaves, and he has to purchase her back with money and goods to get her back. God tells him, go get her. So he has to purchase her back. That's how treacherous and tumultuous the relationship was. She walks away. And just like she did that, we get to see that God will eventually draw Israel back to himself, but Israel does get punished. He gets warned over and over again, these 10 tribes. No, it's not going the way you want. No, you can't live like that. You keep sinning. At one point, they think Egypt is going to help them. God says, no, you're going to get turned over to Assyria. You're going to get exiled out of your land. So the northern kingdoms get exiled first over to Assyria, and then the last 2 tribes, the tribes of Judah, they get exiled over to Babylon many, many years later. But both segments get exiled because they don't do what's right by the Lord. And so we see here Israel is being warned again and again. They don't take heed to it. And so guess what? They do end up getting exiled out of their land. By the time you get to the end of the book in Hosea, you see that God is always redeeming. God is always trying to, take care of us. God is always trying to show us the example that we can be taken care of. And it is no less the statement with Hosea, and that they do actually eventually there is redemption and there is opportunity for them to get it right with God. What do I see as the goodness of God in Hosea? I think the goodness of God in Hosea is how he keeps giving them examples of what's wrong. Because sometimes we're doing wrong and we don't actually even realize we're wrong. Like, we don't really get it. But here he gives example after example after example after example. This is what you're doing wrong. So it's not like they should be surprised, right? It's not like they should be surprised. He keeps warning them. He keeps saying, this is what you're doing wrong, and this is how you can actually fix it. And so that's what I count as the cool part about God. And in every space, in every book of the Bible, at some point you get a sense of, if you just turn around, you can get this right. Tell me what you think about the book Hosea. I'll be happy to hear your thoughts and comments about it. And thank you so much for being here with me. Remember, in every space, in every place, just like every book I've done, there's something that's going on. In his life, Hosea did have stuff that was messy, but he always trusted God. And we too, we can trust God and then hold on to the fact that as we trust him, there'll be a space, there'll be a place, there'll be some section of our lives where we too can talk about the goodness of God. Come back and join me again as I talk about the goodness of God. Certainly appreciate it.